Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of... We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, we love watching and calling snow games, but you played weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect. I think today, for both teams, advantage offense.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go. A safe kick taken at the 5, and he can only get back to the 16-yard line. Set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores. Got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
And he'll be brought down past the 30. That is good enough to move the chains. First down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Returnable from the 17. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Sending a receiver right. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
Man in motion, heading left. They run on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Walker brought in motion. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. He'll drop to throw. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, he'll throw, and that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And out to an early 3-0 lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Ready to see what they can do on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. It's a first down and a gain of 13.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. They get 16 on that connection. First down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. 2nd and a yard. They'll run with the 2nd-round pick in the April draft. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Tight end on the move left. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now give on the ground, and he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Collins, the tight end, is the man moving. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Touchdown. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Ready to get back to work. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
I'm not sure if there is anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you, and they find a way to take advantage. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. Returns after this. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. That's going to keep the drive moving. He's got the 1st down, up past the 25.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Back to the ground after the penalty. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Open man, left side. He's got it. That's his 1st reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Let's get those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Walker brought in motion. On 2nd down, they'll run. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. He'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is going to have down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. This is the first of their timeouts. as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. The field goal unit going to come on for this one from 49. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And are back within one. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. This is the first of their timeouts, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. And their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. In trouble, and down he goes.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. He's to the 45. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 87 yards. It is a touchdown. Oh, as costly as they come. The holding call wipes away what would have been a long touchdown. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So a very tight first half, a one-point game here at the break. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has a halftime report. All yours, Coach.
The big story thus far has really been snow. It's made footing treacherous.
And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. A short gain there to about the 22. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
This fielded inside the 35. The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, second and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's third and 7. Incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now a run on first down. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Mark him at the 29. A good spot here. Second and a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Ooh. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Going for it all. And this will be tracked down and intercepted.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still 2nd down.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Out their punter as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here comes a return. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. That one knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs. Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. 1st and 10. Here's a run going left, and a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. They motion the slot man left. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now a give up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Turn things over to the field goal unit. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And their lead to 10-6.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, It looks like they've never practiced at all.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. And their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the... He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Now a handoff running right. And just a short gain there, down to the 38. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape. This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Their punter, they'll kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now this team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up 1st and goal. Back to the ground after the penalty. Oh, and he'll take this down to about the 7. 2nd and goal. He'll try the right side this time. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Broncos. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st touchdown. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. They're going to stop him in his tracks right at the 15-yard line. This team's offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. He'll let one go down the middle. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Ready to see what they can do. And they'll have a chance to put this one to bed. They begin 1st and goal. Here's a run. Marked down at the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kicking team on for the extra point. Is good. Will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the offense. Headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He's gonna look for the home run ball, and they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Throwing now from the gun. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The extra point is up and through. And able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. It's ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And they're getting closer to a 2nd win on the season. All they got to do is hold on here, and a good drive right now would help. They'll start it 1st and 10. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Now, this is the first of their timeouts. Here's a 2nd and 9. Slot man in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. Now a second timeout called by the defense. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Up the middle they go. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. And he's bottled up. Gain of a yard. You've got to consider this an absolute stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Trying to pick this. He takes down, and that will take us at warning. Now a stoppage for an injured player. That is development here. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Oaks, for our entire team. So long, everybody.